Hello, and welcome to Digital Design Demystified. This video will try and answer the question, what is a bit? The bit is the fundamental unit used by digital designers to represent information. Digital designers build systems to move and process this information. You will see that most digital designs use the following structure. In the center, we see the module built by the digital designer. One or more bits of data are accepted as input. The design makes decisions and performs calculations using the input data bits. Finally, one or more bits of data are outputted. Okay, so we see that bits are data, we can move them around, we can use them in calculations. However, what are bits? Again, I'm going to avoid directly answering the question. Instead, I'm going to take the scenic route. Let's use the digits and numbers we use in basic math to set the stage. The fundamental unit of data in math we are familiar with is the digit. A digit in basic math can assume one of 10 possible values. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. And for this reason, it's commonly called a decimal digit, where deci as in 10. However, a single digit is rarely alone. One or more digits can be combined together to form a decimal number. Okay, hopefully that's reasonable. But we know that math does not merely give us numbers, it also gives us operators we can apply to numbers. In general, each of the 4 basic operators have been generalized to accept 2 numbers, and using predefined rules outputs a third. And as I had previously mentioned, math defines 4 basic operators: addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And, as has been said, each operator accepts 2 numbers and outputs a third. Now after that build-up, it's finally time to see the bit. And in case you're wondering, bit is a contraction of binary digit. While the decimal digit could assume 10 possible values, each bit can only assume 2, 1 or 0. And this is a huge simplification, one that comes with an obvious problem. What about 0 to 9? We as humans love our 0 to 9, hence we must find a way to encode 0 through 9 using the simple bit. Fortunately, this problem has been solved, and we will cover this in greater detail later on. However, I'll throw you a carrot. Just as we could form decimal numbers using 1 or more decimal digits, we can form binary numbers by grouping more than 1 bit together. We can then come up with a coding scheme which maps binary numbers to decimal numbers. For example, we can represent decimal number 6 using 3 binary digits, 1, 0, 1. Correction. The binary number 101 actually maps to the decimal number 5. Fortunately, there are some rainbows that come with this simplification. Firstly, 1 and 0 can be viewed as more than just a way to encode decimal numbers. We can think of them as Boolean values. A bit being 1 could mean something as true, on, or enabled, while 0 could mean something as false, off, or disabled. And you will see later on that this method of viewing bits is very important to digital design. It also turns out that it's very easy to implement digital designs using transistors, because transistors love binary. Hopefully this has given you a rough idea of the definition of a bit. However, this might leave you asking some philosophical questions like, what does a bit mean? Well, as it turns out, a bit by itself is meaningless, just as a decimal number by itself is meaningless. Someone has to give a bit its meaning. It is the digital designer's responsibility to outline what it means when a particular signal is 1 and what it means when a particular signal is 0. So instead of going over the binary operators at this time, I'm actually going to defer covering them until the next video. So stay tuned. The next video is going to be an introduction to logic gates. Thank you very much.